Hello. So thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to kind of do a video about, I guess protective styling, but okay, so I don't want to say this is my first time trying box braids, but it's actually my second time trying it. My first time trying to do box braids was probably like a couple weeks ago when I did my box braids for the first time. I did them a bit bigger than this because I was concerned about there's music playing in the background, so I'm like distracted a little bit, but I was concerned about, you know, too much tension on my hair and stuff like that. So this time around I did make them a little bit smaller. It did take me a little bit longer. Actually, it took me maybe probably like 7 hours to do these prints. He's making noise. I don't know what he's found to bark at. I don't know, he's wilding. But he's always got to make himself known whenever I'm doing something. But so I just wanted to kind of talk about what I did, like some steps that I took to try to protect my hair a little bit more while doing this process. So of course I washed my hair, detangled, deep conditioned, and then I'm not really good at the whole parting and everything, so there's like no rhyme or reason to the parts in here. But so I sectioned my first row that I wanted to do in the back and pulled the rest of the hair up. And then with that section, I went through with my spray bottle. And if you see my previous video, you know, I can also use this as a refresher spray. I tend to use it for that, but it's basically water with aloe vera gel in it and a little bit of leave-in conditioner. So it's moisturizing for that. So went in with this. Then I went in with a leave-in conditioner, which I use the Aunt Jackie's Curls and Coils Quench. This is pretty good. And then on top of that, because the point of this is to lock in moisture while your hair is braided so it doesn't dry out and stuff. After the spray and the leave-in, I went in with this Soul Botanicals Moisture Guru. This is some good stuff, and it does not require a lot. And this, I think in one of my previous videos I talked about this. This stuff locks in the moisture. So I put that on, and then after that, I went in with I can never pronounce his name right, the Alake Naturals Shea Yogurt Hair Moisturizer. I went into this. And then after that, actually I forgot to say about this step. So I moisturized the whole row or the section that I was about to do. And then I would oil my scalp, or that row that I was gonna do. He's pacing. Come here. Come here. He wants attention. And so he's pacing around the house right now. You gotta show him a little bit of love, you know. I don't let my dog kiss me in the mouth. Don't get it twisted. This is my baby. Alright, alright, you gotta go away now. Go away. Yeah, get out of here for a second. Alright, so the oil. I've talked about my oil mixtures before. I always start off with a carrier oil. One of my favorite carrier oils that does really well on my hair is avocado oil. So I'll start off with avocado oil. Some other carrier oils that you can use: jojoba. I think that's how you say it. Jojoba oil. Use argan oil. What else? I always want to say coconut oil, but that's not really. You'd have to melt it down, and I personally wouldn't use coconut oil as a carrier oil. But I mean, it might work. But my hair actually really does not like coconut oil too much. Use almond oil. Any of the carrier oils, grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is really, really light, so I don't really like that one. But avocado oil really does really well on my hair, and it's got those fatty acids in it. So, you know, that's really good stuff. And then I add essential oils to it. You always want to add essential oils to it, carrier oil, because you don't want to put that stuff straight on your head. Some essential oils that I use: tea tree oil. That's really, really good. You know, stimulating growth in there. And also, it's really good to keep away, you know, like things like lice and stuff. I've never really had a lice problem, but it's good for stuff like that. You also add lavender. There's this other oil that I use sometimes called ylang oil. I don't know. And then cedarwood oil is pretty good. He's found his ball. And I don't want to take it away from him because that's what's bringing him joy right now. So we'll just have to deal with that noise. Those essential oils are great. I'm about to throw that thing on the other side of the gate and lock him on that side of the gate. But okay, so those are the oils. So I moisturize my hair, oiled my scalp, and then when I go to do my sections for each braid, you know, I just kind of, you know, pick the section to do. And then because I'm a beginner, I went in with these elastic bands. So they look like, let me see them. They look like this. I actually really, really like these bands. So the benefit to these bands are that they are not as harsh as on your hair as like a rubber band would be. And they also do this, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness, Prince. He's just, you know, I'm trying to have his way regardless. So I'm about to take that away from you. Okay, so give me this. Okay. I really want to make this like a one-take video because, you know, I don't want to piece the video together. But okay, so the great thing about these elastic bands, they're less harsh on your hair, and then also they do this like disintegration thing that I really like. What I mean by that is that they kind of I don't want to say loosen up as you wear them, but basically, let's say this: I braided my hair, you know, that night, and then after I was done braiding my hair, because I would, you know, take each section, I'd wrap the rubber band, or not the rubber band, but the elastic band around it. And, you know, it just helped me grip the hair better and make sure that the braid was a little bit more secure. So after I had braided my whole, you know, head up or whatever, I would go through each braid and I'd get the band, the elastic band, and I pull on it and I break it, and then I pull the band out. It did kind of loosen the braid up a little bit, I noticed that. But if I didn't want to do that night, I could have waited a little bit longer, and in a couple days, you know, I would take the band out and break it. I like them because they do, you know, help me section the hair and help me grip the braid, but they are a little visible. Even though they're clear, they're still visible. That's why I kind of broke the bands off while I was there. And then it also relieves some of the tension on the hair as well. But I do suggest them for beginners. I like them a lot. So that's what I did with that. And then as far as the hair that I use, this is what do they call it? This two-tone hair. So I liked it. What I liked about this hair is I got it off of Amazon, and really 6 packs of hair was what, $22. So, you know, the price point was really nice for me, and it's actually pre-stretched hair. And there's also tricolor hair that I bought as well, but I'm gonna use that for when I'm able to actually take a vacation. So, you know, the two-tone hair is actually really, really pretty, and this is what it came out as. Just some of the stuff that I kind of try to do to, you know, protect the style of my hair with the least amount of tension as possible. You know, it always helps your hair grow better when you don't manipulate it. So this is what I'm trying to do, an attempt to not manipulate my hair and still go out looking halfway decent. And then I also, you know, purchased these little beads to try to put on there. Basically, in the front, I use the beads to kind of try to, you know, because I braided it myself, and I'm not really that skilled at that. So kind of towards the end of the braid, you know, where your hair kind of ends, it kind of frays out a little bit for me because I'm not that great at it yet. So I would take one of these beads and kind of, you know, put that on there to kind of, you know, cover that up a little bit. But, you know, it's doing its job. And because I did it myself, I don't mind if I take it out in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know, normally you go to get your hair braided and it costs a couple $100, so you want to keep it in as long as possible. But doing it yourself, you know, you can take a weekend and do it. And then if you have to take it out early, you don't feel as bad. You know, you could take this out and deep condition and put it back in, and you don't have to worry about too much tension on your hair. And that's another reason why you might want to do it yourself also, because you don't have to worry about somebody braiding your hair too tight. You're braiding your own hair. Hopefully as I do this more and more, they will look a little better. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I would use the elastic bands, for each section I would go in with this right here. This is the As I Am pomegranate and passion fruit grow edges edge control, just to kind of, you know, get it together and, like, you know, not really gel it down. But this stuff is really, really healthy, and it smells really, really good. Just to kind of like gather the hair together. And also, like, in the morning, if I kind of want to, you know, make it look a little bit neater, I'll go in and put this around, you know, my edges a bit too. Also with the elastic bands, when it came to me doing my edges, I didn't use the elastic bands to kind of hold it together because I was concerned about too much tension being on it. Even though I knew I was going to take the bands and break them eventually, I still was like, let me not, you know, use the bands right there. And hopefully next time I braid my hair, I might not use the bands at all, because I might have, you know, learned how to grip the hair properly to put a secure braid in. But these are great for beginners if you're concerned about anchoring your braid. But that is the end of this video. Hopefully, like I said before, hopefully, you know, some tips in there on how to try to protect your hair a little bit more while you're doing your protective style, keeping it moisturized while it's protective style like this. I will say, after I took my braids out the first time that I, you know, did them, they were still very moisturized. And that was really great because, you know, you want to lock in the moisture while you're protective styling. So I feel like this is a really good method for that. Also, if there's any tips that you guys know of, you can definitely add those in the comments. Thank you again for watching.